So Ryan Clark is the latest big branch to be gone from ESPN. He ended his, I believe it's a 9-year contract, or at least he was with ESPN for a total of about 9 years. Came out, was doing a couple of things with ESPN right when his career ended, and then became one of ESPN's best analysts on the network. Then he got to doing, being on the panel, pre and post game shows. And honestly, he became one of the best to do it in that platform. And then, of course, he got the pivot with Fred Taylor and Shannon Crowder after he left I Am Athlete, when all of that hoopla had went down and the disagreement between them. And he just went and did his own thing. And now, very similar to Pat McAfee, very similar to Shannon Sharp, very similar to Kelsey Brothers. Everybody's got a podcast, but everybody doesn't have a mega successful podcast. The Pivot is one of those that has kind of eclipsed what many ever thought. It's definitely doing better than what I Am Athlete ever did. I don't really understand what went wrong. I guess it was a money thing. But Ryan Clark went his own separate way, and he has built his own brand with the Pivot that, in my opinion, has surpassed anything that ESPN can do. And you see that's going on. Their biggest and their brightest are walking away. And in my opinion, the reason why Ryan Clark is not going to sign back with ESPN, I'm sure they're offering him a good contract. He has said that it wasn't what he wanted. I'll leave that for your interpretation. But I'm sure at some point in time, maybe the details of the supposed contract may get out. But in my opinion, the reason why it wouldn't make sense for him to sign back with ESPN is because his platform now and his show is bigger and is better. Pat McAfee, Stephen A. Smith, Shannon Sharp, Ryan Clark. In every case, all four of those situations, their personal brand and their personal podcast is bigger and better than anything they would do on ESPN. And the more important thing is they don't have to wrestle control for what it is that they're doing on the air. They don't have to watch what they say. They don't have to step on eggshells or navigate a certain way because your parent company wants you to do X, Y, or Z. So in this day and age, in this era, it's more about the control. He controls his own destiny. He can say what he wants to say. Stephen A. Smith, Shannon Sharp, McAfee, all of them, the Kelsey brothers, they can say what they want to say. And there is no big brother looking over your shoulder. There's no suits looking over your shoulder trying to say what you can or can't do. And that is the control that these guys like. And not to mention, they're probably making as much or more money than they would be if they were just at ESPN by themselves. Once again, ESPN finds itself at the back end of this whole social media era. ESPN is still trying to play catch up, but you can't put that toothpaste back in the tube. It's out. And then when they had a chance to support all of these multimedia endeavors, all of this online and social media stuff, when they had an opportunity to do that, they didn't support it like they should have. So all of those talented people have gone elsewhere, and they're making the best moves for themselves, and they are their own boss. That's the key right there. So not only are you making the money, you can control what it is that you do. People look at it, they're looking at the wrong analytics. Just because the show doesn't bring as many viewers, maybe as it once did, but he still owns his own thing, and he still has that huge YouTube presence, because that is the preferred way that people get their content now. They watch it on YouTube. You're watching this on YouTube. I'm banging on the door of 2,000 subscribers. I can't wait till I get to 10, because that's where it's at. We are at the end of the beginning. The next phase of technology is on its way in. They're trying to hold that dam up as much as they can. The next level of technology is when all this AI stuff actually hits. It's here, but it's not quite ready for prime time, and people don't know how to deal with it yet. You still got a lot of these old fogey stogies that still want to do things the old way, and you can't. If you are like me and like a lot of other people, if you are putting your content out on YouTube, you're still ahead of the game. So congrats to Ryan Clark. He's going to be able to write his own ticket, and he's going to be able to do whatever he wants, how he wants to do it. And that is the situation that you want to be in.